guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As we all know that while the CAPM exam will be updated in 2023, we do not have a date for the update yet. Although be assured that PMI will give ample notification time when the exam contents are updated. If you book your exam before new exam date is published, then you have to refer PMBOK 6th edition for current exam and PMBOK 7th edition for your new exam. So if you are someone who is planning to give the exam as soon as possible, and if you are using PMBOK 6th edition for your preparation, then please do watch this video till the end, because in this video I will be sharing the 10 questions that I remember seeing in my CAPM exam 2023. Before that, I wanted to tell you that I understand and I relate to your situation. When I was preparing for my exam, then I remember searching for the sample questions on Google. All I wanted to have an idea about the questions that PMI might ask for the CAPM or PMP exam. But most of the websites will not give you the access to their question banks until or unless if you will pay the certain amount. And trust me guys, it's not worth it. You might feel like that if you will purchase the question bank, then you might pass the exam because of their aggressive advertisement, but it's not possible. Again, on searching on YouTube for the same, I found some videos, and after watching those videos, I got more confused as a different pattern of questions were included in the video that had nothing to do with your original CAPM exam, and I started to feel like that I think I'm not prepared. So my suggestion for you guys is please focus on learning the concepts even while practicing the questions instead of memorizing the answers. Okay, so I'm so sorry for taking your time in explaining these things, but I just wanted to share this with you. So now let's get started. Now let's start with CAPM or PMP 2023 sample questions. So the question number 1 is, a new project has been set. 4 main stakeholders beside the project manager and 4 other team members have been identified. How many communication channels are available? So I remember that I have seen this question in my exam. I am not sure about the numbers, but yeah, the exact question was there. So to solve this kind of question, there is a formula that you must know. So to calculate the communication channel, the formula is n into n minus 1 divided by 2, where n is the number of team members. So here in the question, there are 4 main stakeholders and project manager. So altogether 5, and the other 4 team members, so 9. So if we will use the formula, then it will be 9 into 8 divided by 2. Your answer will be 36 for this question. Now let's move to the second question. Which document describes the necessary information to determine if a project is worth the required investment? Number 1 is project charter. So project charter is a formal acceptance of the project. Here you are not doing your research that if you should take the project or not. The second is project management plan. So project management plan is an output of developed project management plan which comes in a planning process group. So once you have authorized the project, then only you move to the project management plan. So again, this is not our answer. The fourth one, enterprise environmental factor, is not a document. So now the third, we have left with only one option, which is business case. So obviously, if you remember, so when you develop a project charter, the very first activity, we give the business case as one of our input, in which you always determine if a project is worth the required investment or not. So business case is our answer in this case. Now let's move to the third question. Which tool or technique allows a large number of ideas to be classified into groups for review and analysis? Option 1 is nominal group technique, which is not our answer in this case because nominal group technique gathers information by asking individuals to respond to questions posted by a moderator and then asking participants to prioritize the ideas or suggestions of all group members. Second option is brainstorming, which is again not our answer because brainstorming is a simple natural strategy for ideation and problem solving. It motivates people to dream up new ideas that may seem a little insane at first. Now, the third is idea or mind mapping, which is again not our answer because an idea map is a visual representation of your thinking process. Now, the fourth option is affinity diagram. So, what is an affinity diagram? So, affinity diagram organizes a large number of ideas into their natural relationships. It is the organized output from a brainstorming session. So, this is our answer, affinity diagram. So as you can see, once you start solving these questions, so there are options. You need to know like what these options are. What is nominal group technique? It might possible that in the next question you see the question based on that. So this is how you have to do your preparation. Now let's move to the question number 4. What is the schedule performance index if the planned value is $100, the actual cost is $150, and the earned value is $50? So I have already shared a video on earned value management. If you have not seen it, please pause this video and go there, learn the concept. So there is a formula to calculate the schedule performance index, which is earned value divided by planned value. So in the question, you know that the earned value is 50 and the planned value is 100. So 50 by 100, your answer will be 0.50 in this case. Here the actual cost is given as 150 just to confuse you. So always remember these formulas so that you will not get confused in your exam. Let's move to the question number 5. The only process group that comprises processes that typically occur from the beginning to the end of the project life cycle is. So here they're asking about one process group that actually happens through the initiating till closing phase. So if you will see this diagram, closing only we do the closing process once our project is complete. Executing, we only perform the activities in executing process groups once we are executing the project, and initiating just to initiate it. But monitoring and controlling is the only one process group that actually occur from the beginning to the end of the project life cycle, because you always have to monitor and control your project just to see that if you are on track or not. So here in this question, the answer will be monitoring and controlling. Now let's move to the question number 6. Which risk management strategy seeks to eliminate the uncertainty associated with a particular upside risk by ensuring that the opportunity is realized? So if you have learned about risk management process, there are two types of risk responses. One is positive and the second is negative. In positive, there are enhance, share, exploit, and accept. In the negative risk responses, there are avoid, transfer, mitigate, and accept risk. So for this question, the option 1 is accept. Accepting it means you do nothing and wait to see if the event occurs naturally on its own. So this is not our answer. Second is transfer. It means that it's a negative risk response. So you are transferring your risk to someone else. For example, on vendors. So this is again not our answer. The third is exploit. Exploiting a positive risk means acting in ways that will help increase the chances of it occurring. For example, if you are hoping for additional project funding, following up and pleading your case can help exploit the risk. So for this question, I think exploit is our right answer. Now let's see the fourth option as well, share. So sharing a risk means working with others outside of your project who could also benefit from it to try to exploit it, right? So here the exploit is our answer. Now let's move to the question number 7. Project contracts generally fall into which of the following 3 categories? So this question is very straightforward and you might see in your CAPM exam. So you can see the fourth option here, fixed price, cost reimbursable, time and materials. This is the right answer for this question. In fixed price contract, the buyer doesn't take on much risk. The advantage for you as a buyer with fixed price contract is that you know exactly how much it is going to cost you before you begin the work. With cost reimbursable contract, you pay the vendor for the actual cost of the work. And for time and material contracts, see the vendor being reimbursed for materials purchased plus a per day or per hour rate for time spent. So there are different kind of contracts even inside these three broad categories. So you must learn and you must know this concept before you are going to give your CAPM exam. It's very, very important. Let's move to the question number 8. Monitor and control project work is a process of which of the following knowledge area? So if you will see this diagram, you can see in monitoring and controlling process group, there is an activity called as monitor and control project work. It's not an activity, I'm sorry, it's a process, one of the processes among 49 processes. So it comes under project integration management. So this kind of question can come in your exam, and actually most of the question will be based on this, like the process groups and your 10 knowledge areas. So you must remember this very well. So here our answer will be project integration management. Let's see the question number 9. An organization's risk tolerance is known as the utility function, Herzberg's theory of motivation, risk acceptance, the risk-reward ratio. So in order to solve this question, you must know all these 4 things. So the utility function is nothing but it's a function that describes a person's willingness to tolerate risk. So in this case, this is our answer. Now let's talk about the other options as well. So second is incorrect because Herzberg's theory of motivation is an HR theory that describes motivating agents for workers. Third is also incorrect because risk acceptance describes the action of allowing a risk to exist because it is seemed low in impact, low in probability, or maybe both. Now the fourth is the risk reward ratio is incorrect because this describes the potential reward for taking a risk in the project. So this is how you have to eliminate the options in order to select your correct answer. Now let's move to the question number 10. Which one of the following is an acceptable tool for risk identification? So again, in order to solve this question, you must know about all these 4 options. So what is a decision tree analysis? So decision tree analysis is appropriate for calculating the expected monetary value of a decision, but no risk identification. The second is incorrect because the decomposition of a project scope will result in the WBS, work breakdown structure. The fourth is incorrect because creating a Pareto chart is a part of quality control, not risk identification. So our correct answer is the third one, the Delphi technique, because the Delphi technique is an anonymous risk identification method. Again, the anonymous word is very important. So this is all about this 10 questions.
I hope this video will give you some idea about the exam. While practicing for my exam, I created a question bank of almost 220 questions. I can share it with you if you all support my YouTube channel, because friends, your support and love towards my channel is the only thing that keeps me motivated. I'm aiming for 500 subscribers. Now, like always, if you genuinely like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Bye and take care.